next letter A, which is what? Attitude. Alright, I used to call it attitude. I get like to get so attitude. And then you meet some model C guys and say, hey bro, it's not attitude, it's attitude. I've done a bit of research on this key word, attitude, but I want you to know that this is probably the biggest word in the English dictionary. There are many people who have lost opportunities purely because of bad attitude. They might have the right knowledge, competence, but because of the bad attitude, no one wants to work with them. And it's the attitude of arrogance that I know it all. No one can tell me anything. It is the attitude of being I'm better. Or I come from a better institution. I know as you're sitting here, so take care of it. It happens then? Yeah, no, I know. Yeah. And those that come from the previously white institutions that go I'm from Vets, bro. And then you get a subsequent question, when are? Now talk about TNT because campus by the way, you know. Now, those are things that really determine people's attitudes. Now, let's look at the real definition. I mean, this is the definition that I registered to. That attitude, in very simple terms, is how you think. The way you think as a person. And you see, thinking is also related to psychology. And I believe that this is the engine that creates the world. Have you heard people that say, hey, but technology, man? I'm sure you have said it as well, hey, but technology, man. But do you realize it's not technology, it's what? It's people. Because technology did not create itself, it's people that have created technology. So we must stop saying technology, man. So it should say what? People, man. Hey, this is purely creations that come from the mind. It is because those people have mastered how they think. And that has created the magic that we experience every single day. Now, let's look at a couple of suggestions in terms of how to think our way to the top. Because we want to be at the top, am I right? We want this opportunity. We want DTI to retain us. If they don't retain us, go to by technical reasons. It's just minor issues. Just a couple of ideas. Number one, self-love. It may sound cliche, but if you don't love yourself, you won't do much about you. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and really see, always again, this is the best creation God has ever created. And you give yourself a wing for that, you know. But don't stay there for too long. Next point is to become the modern day Isaac Newton. History has it that many people went past a tree that dropped apples, but it was only Isaac Newton that asked the question why. So he had a curious mind, and that led to the discovery of the law of gravity. And that's why the symbol that defines gravity is Newton. It's because this guy asked the questions. You know, don't get into a situation and just do what you are there to do. I mean, and you don't even ask why should we do it that way. You just do it as it is and all that. You know, you're not asking questions. You don't inquire. You're not inquisitive. Remember, managers are too busy to explain until you ask the question. Next point: make quality reading fundamental. You see, the reason why I bolded it is because recently there's an excuse that black people are beginning to read. But check what they read. Go steps go. Did you hear that? 12,5 was flying in a village. And that's what we are reading. Go to your hands. Your hands are carrying poison and a lie. Now, I shared a story last time that there was, listen to this carefully, there was an exclusive books in Maponya Mall. When I say it was, it means it is now closed. It so happened that I was doing a project for ShopRite in Jabulani Mall on customer service for 3 months. First month, exclusive books open, so I was celebrating and said, hey, people are beginning to read, we're going to sound better now, and all that. And then, 3 months down the line, exclusive books closed. But in the very mall, there's a bottle store next to a supermarket. Apparently, it gets so full that people they use crowd control mechanisms. You get in groups of 8 too. So people step out of the bottle store with carrying stuff and stuff. I don't say don't balance it out, but I'm just saying that if the scales are tilted, ne? We close the bookshop and we keep the bottle store open, the future is predictable. It is so predictable that we will hear it. You know, a friend of mine said that ignorance is not, it might be personal, but it's not private. Let me repeat it. Ignorance is personal. It's you that's ignorant, but it's not private. We will know when you don't know. All you have to do is to talk. Have you ever gone to a party or a meeting with someone and you wish they don't talk? You are hoping you ask them, you cringe when they talk like, hey. It's all because what comes out of their mouth is embarrassing. You understand? Like this gentleman that had a deal with his wife that, oh, my wife, please, I love you so much, you're very beautiful, but please, when you go to meetings, don't talk. And unfortunately, because this lady enjoys wine, and you know wine, Muslim, hey, wine ya ubula mulomo. Kulo wethu kathola osishaba, first sip, hey, I am going to talk. After a third sip, this lady started talking. Now there was a pianist in the background playing a bit of tango. Now this gentleman says to his wife, may I take you for a dance? And everybody thinks, wow, he's romantic. Little did they know that it was a tongue lash. Do you always have to embarrass me? Now the guys sit her down, they were getting tongue lashes from their wives. They don't know while we were more. We agree that you're not going to talk. Now, here's a caution. We don't want to take you for a dance. No? Now, last point, very important. Always indulge in random acts of kindness. Going to be found to be doing good. But don't do good just for others to see. You know those people? They do good, but they're watching. Who's checking me? They're not to the computer. Or when they're not doing it genuinely. It's done for others to see. When you do it from the heart, the reward always follows. Because you never know who's watching. Now here's a very important lesson that we can draw from bees on attitude. According to all known laws of aviation, there's no way in which bees should be able to fly. Because its wings are too small to get its fat body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyway because bees don't care what humans think is impossible. You got that, ne? It's a very small insect. But it's troublesome. I've seen it in dinner tables where people were having a good time until it landed. Hey, even that romantic dinner, I'm like, hey, very small, but it causes havoc. Now, tiny as we are as young people, we can cause havoc. Only if we have a belief that we can actually create the impossible. Now let me tell you something that's also very important to note. That there are people who have made it a mission to make you how impossible things are. It's a mission, even at work. You come up with a brilliant idea, they say, no, you say, hey, it's government here. It's government. Don't come with this private sector mentality. Or like they say this thing, there are people that are like that. And there are people that also, somehow, I don't know, maybe they draw excitement in pulling other people down. No? Yeah, they just drag you down, just spoil your day. And when they see you there, they're like, yes, at least I'm better. Now, I want you to remember the following. That in life, we never give that which we do not have. Do you get that? Let me quantify it. When you give something, it means that it's something that is in you. So if I look at myself in the mirror and I always say to myself, it's impossible. I say to me. Or I say bad words, extreme words, like, hey, when I, oh, Domo, you know the people who play with these words as if they just, okay, Domo, or hey, the stupid me did this. The blonde me did this. You know, the more you say it, it becomes a reality. Yeah, you begin to behave like that because you are putting it in. Remember, we are working with a machine that does not know the difference between right and wrong. It takes what you say. Now, if you have said it so many times to yourself and you meet an innocent person who says, you know what, I've got a brilliant idea. I looked at my department and I see they've been doing things this way, and the latest technology says this. First thing I talk about is, it's impossible. The reason why they are saying it to you, it is because that's what they will say to themselves. So when they say it, actually you must pray for them. Lord, we wish you that you are enlightened about how the mind works and all the sharp. Understand? Because they are actually saying it to themselves. Quick story. This man stays on top of a mountain, very optimistic. He never gets offended by anything. Never gets offended by anything. The community members try him out every day. They test him. They wake up and say, today I'm going to say this bad word, and he's going to succumb to it. And this man never does. Now they go to another village where they get another man who is known to be the bad guy. You know those ones, no? The ones that sometimes boast that I'm born and bred to swear. It's right there, I swear, everything. No? They said to him, oh, hold on. There's a man up there who will not succumb to your negativity. Now, this man goes up there angry and says, he does not know me. This is in my DNA. It's part of me. And he steps into the sight of that old man, and he begins to say words never heard of in the history of mankind. Like the originals. I realize that the originals. And some people are even praising him. They say, hey, can you imagine you are swearing and they are praising you? And there are people who are like that, ne? They can see you are doing something wrong, but go for it. Or I wonder, like, this is wrong company, because that moment should give you a sign. Now this old man keeps going, this bad man keeps going and going and going. At some point he's tired, it's 45 minutes later, and this man still stands and emotionless. Now the committee members say, today they're out to break it down. And he doesn't. Now he says to this bad man, he says, can I ask you a question? And this one says, you better start before I start again. Like, who told me? And he says, if someone comes to you with a gift, and they offer a gift, and you refuse to accept it, to whom does it belong? Do you get it? And this bad man says, stupid question. Of course, if someone offers you a gift and you refuse to accept it, it belongs to the one who was offering it in the first place. Now this old man says, you see, what I've tried to do, what I've done actually, for the last 45 minutes, is that every time you uttered a word, I rejected it. So to whom were you swearing? Yes. And from that day on, that man never saw. And people understood the secret. When people say or do things to us and we accept them, it's actually not their fault. It is because we accepted them. Go wait till next time. Yeah. And then they get frustrated because it's hurtful.